Oh! Scott McLaughlin in the wall. Big accident down off of turn 2.
That's a huge moment for Scott McLaughlin, last year's pole sitter here at the Indy 500.
Wow. Wow. Looked like a massive impact when we went straight to the cockpit shot there for Scott McLaughlin. Should be just a few moments, and AMR safety team will be right there as McLaughlin, thankfully, is taking his headrest off and placing it on his own, under his own power.
Disconnects the air hose, makes his way out of the car, and that is relieving to see for Scott McLaughlin, who joined us up here yesterday, just taking a moment to catch his breath and gather his thoughts.
Again, there's the physical impact and the physical effect of an accident like that, but then there's the emotional one, T-Bell, just knowing you had a rocket ship under you and that car's destroyed. It will not be participating in the top 12 shootout later today.
And anytime you're ripping the suspension and the tethers, those Kevlar tethers that you saw dangling there, that gives you some idea of how big the hit was.
Yeah, it's military-grade Kevlar within those things. They're designed not to break off. It tells you everything you need to know about the ferocity of that impact.
Just see the devastation in the body language of McLaughlin. Now let's take a look at what happened. Through turn 2, just got loose.
Stayed after the power for a while as he got backwards to try to do what he could to spin the car around and ideally keep it off the wall. But guys, the left rear just pogoed. It's still in the air. It hasn't landed yet. There it is.
Wow.
That is a yard sale of an accident. Debris everywhere.
And this is what we were talking about at the top of the show with what happened with Marcus Armstrong yesterday. When you're pushing the limits and trying to get the feel for the car that you will have in qualifying, you are running that exact same tightrope that you do when everything really is on the line.
Hey, Ryan, you and I have both been through this kind of sequence on an oval. Describe what McLaughlin is experiencing here.
I mean, this is one of those deals, you guys were talking about it yesterday, where the feeling within an IndyCar especially, going that fast, it's micro inputs and the sensation of rotation into the corner. There's such a fine line between the car being dialed in positive on the nose to it just keeps rotating and you're just a passenger. And there's not a whole lot you can do with it. There's such a fine line.
Let's listen here. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Here it is.
When you watch it in real speed, it's it takes your breath away just watching it. And guys, the thing that we'd be remiss without saying at this point, right before this happened, Scott McLaughlin did go P1.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Sound of the impact. He did a 233.5. 0.8 of a mile an hour faster than the next best lap. Car sliding to a stop.
It's interesting though. I'm used to hands off the wheel, crossing the chest, which is what I would normally do. Ryan, I've never seen someone grab their helmet in that way.
I'm with you. I've never seen that before, and all I could think of right away was maybe it was like a response to like the Kirkwood flip, where his visor flipped open, debris coming inside the helmet.
That's a great call.
Don't forget, there is a suite, the turn 2 suites that sit about, what, 8 feet from the wall in turn 2, and the guests that are enjoying the day over there just saw a spectacular explosion of carbon fiber, steel, aluminum. I mean, just about every material you could think of.
And we are reminded once again of the safety of this circuit, the safer barriers, the work that Dallara and IndyCar have done together to provide the drivers of the Indianapolis 500 with an open wheel car which is both fast but safe.